Kings conquer and achieve everything. Call his hustle a struggle? Huh, sis? Rub his shoulders. Place a hand on his head and pray he comes home. He's not the problem, he's the result. If he don't hit the streets, his people don't eat. Like a lion? Hell no. They send the woman to catch the feast. Nah, what he is a modern day entrepreneur, not a jungle beast, but a savage in these streets.
Hello, air elements. Yeah. You see all these cards? I recorded your whole video and my mic didn't work. But this message is so powerful that I don't dare just start over. So I'm going to take these and, pack them together and then start at the beginning. But I don't want to lose one card that fell. But, yeah. Trying to get y'all some message out and completely fumbled it. But I see it for what it is. This is, when I say powerful, I mean powerful. And I can see, glitches like that happen when all things coming together and someone very powerful is meant to hear it. This is one of those messages to touch you to your core. And there are forces and things that don't want that to happen. So sometimes technology glitches happen. Sometimes it's user error. I charged that thing up before I started these this afternoon, and that is what happened. So let me just pack these up the way they fell so that we don't take away from the experience in the message. My reaction won't be the same because it's not the initial reading. I've gone through, it was 42 minutes, y'all. So, okay, those are over there. These are over here. I can leave these where they are. No, because I need to highlight your two offset cards. Let me start also again by saying welcome, beloveds. This is Vibe with T or Time Wit T. A lot of you are familiar with Time Wit T. This is a divine channeled message for the air elements of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. These messages are not those self-sabotaging, tell you what you want to hear type of messages. It is in divine time and it is divine truth for many. So this may or may not resonate if you're looking to recycle a low vibrational pattern or some sort of non-serving of ascension, higher self, purpose, those type of things. If you're looking for that type of message, I'm not it. Click out. We about to go to other realms and dimensions with this one. This is hardcore. Very positive, but very in your face, I guess we'll say. Some truths are about to come out about you and people around you that I would want to know. So if you stay, you want to know. But let's get it popping. Let's go. Let's see what's going on, okay? Divine energy, divine source, divine truth. I'll praise this to the Most High. This message, again, is for the air elements. Continue to guide me as I re-deliver this message. We are all powerful. So let's deliver it, okay? Your offset cards are the High Priestess to the Hierophant. This is really, really powerful energy. I hope you understand the overall energy for your reading is power and gifts and self and truth. The high priestess is about suppression. Some of you are trying to avoid at all costs. Some of you are like, oh, I'll worry about my growth later. I got this going on right now. Some of you aren't sitting and tapping in to receive the messages, the downloads to help you get to a more positive, fruitful place in your life and in yourself. You have a purpose. You have a purpose outside of what you see others obtaining. You have your own purpose. And some of you are disconnected to that to the extent that you're watching how others move, or you're just in this low vibrational selfishness versus a genuine I love myself and protect myself and want to be my greater self. You are in a very I see, the image of a vampire feeding off of someone. You are some are the vampire, but in this message, the heavy energy, the overarching main energy is someone feeding from you, and you're just okay with it. You're distracted with it. It's consuming you, and you're missing what you're here for. And there comes a power. You become powerful. You become someone to be heard, someone to speak with wisdom, someone to speak in power when you embrace these gifts that you naturally have, when you get connected to that which is all. And there's a alarm going off and a knocking at your door to awaken to this. We are not in a time right now of being afforded more time later. We are in times of this is it. This is the moment. You got some things to do. You want to enjoy certain fruits and certain experiences in life, but the way you move and what you've accepted, it's that suppression and it's hidden from you, like it's not in your life right now because you're entertaining everything except expansion and elevation. So the fruits that you see in your life are self-created. So you are now being called into God's self, royal self. All praises to the Most High. I was worried that the connection wouldn't be as clear, but it is. It is. No parts missing in this take 2. Okay. Now we're going to go to your energy oracle cards and the way they fell. First were action and hostilities. This is about how you move, how you think, how you act. Some of y'all are getting caught up in distractions. You're getting caught up in things that serve your life no purpose, no growth, stagnant, stuck energy. And you feel like, some of you feel like this is just how it is. This is your environment. This is how you live. When really, you are the black sheep. You are anointed. You are being called to be a divine energy alchemist. And instead of entertaining the drama, the abuse, the disrespect, the lies, all that low vibrational, all that energy that is breaking you. It is sickness. You're being called, instead of to react to it and indulge in it, to take a different approach, to be a divine energy alchemist and to change it. And that's what you're afraid of. A lot of you know that once you sit and you begin to look at how you self-sabotage, you look at what you allow, you look at your environment, you're going to have to change some things. Some of you are trying to change people, and you don't have that power. Everything is in divine timing, and this may not be their timing. You're trying to control things and not yourself. Oh no, not trying to control self. Trying to control everything and everyone outside of you when you haven't balanced and sat with Most High to even create a frequency to connect to the wavelength of high vibration, of creator energy, positive creator energy, highly elevated wavelength and energy. You haven't even taken the time to contribute to that work because you all up in your shadow. So you're entertaining, and that's what you feeding off of. Excuse me. And this isn't male or female. This is just divine self, period. Playing in the gutters of low vibrational energy. You are meant to alchemize this. I don't know if that's a word, but we're going to say alchemize. Okay. You are meant to set boundaries. You are meant to sit and connect and be uncomfortable and look at that shadow. Your shadow is not your enemy. Your shadow is here to teach you your triggers. It is here to teach you what doesn't serve your life, not to live in it and entertain it and continue it, but to pull yourself out of those things because you have self-worth. You have knowledge of self. You are connected. That's what you're supposed to be. Those are the actions you're supposed to be taking. Some of you are listening to things and you're hearing snippets of something and you're not taking the time to, grab a book or listen to an audio book or to research and understand the full context of a theory, a hypothesis, a truth, therapy, so many different things you're just taking pieces of, and you're not really awakening to it because you haven't taken the time to sit and say, let me understand this, and then move into something else. Those pieces that are scattered are going to come together and make a whole, make you whole. Your full understanding comes together, not through spatial pieces, but through everything combined in wisdom and knowledge to help you make discerning, positive discerning steps and actions and decisions in your life. You're not supposed to be entertaining this hostility and drama, this negativity. You're supposed to be transforming it. And by transforming it, understand that's not about control of anything outside of you. No people, person, place, or thing. Some of you are trying to control your children. Some of you are trying to control your grandchildren. Some of you are trying to control your lover. Some of your partner. Some of you are trying to control people in your workplace. Some of you are trying to control friends. All of this going on just so you can be comfortable. You want people to bring you comfort. The only thing gonna bring you comfort is you. That's the only thing gonna bring you comfort. You investing in you. It's time to transform that mind thought, that train of thought. If someone is presenting hostile, if someone is presenting drama, if someone is presenting disrespect and conflict and gossip and things that don't serve you, are not helping you be your greatest you, are not getting you out of a poverty mindset and struggle, then you have to let them know your boundaries. You have to let them know, no, I don't do that anymore. No, that doesn't feel comfortable to me. I'm trying to get on another wavelength. If you're not doing that, and then if you're not seeing when that boundary is crossed, if it's crossed, and then taking action to say, okay, I see you. No longer. I can't do that. I'll meet you on the other side if you ever so choose to elevate too. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Some of y'all just, I want what I want, whether it's healthy or not. Then you have cornucopia, and then you have Ariel here. Cornucopia is about that peace and that utopia, that real way you want your life to be. And in that image, if you sit with that image, you can try to put the people that are chaotic in your life in that image, but how are you going to have that with these chaotic people in it? We're not talking about what they could be, their potential, your potential. We're talking about you being in this space of power, of creating, of abundance, of happiness, of most high self, leading and guiding your life. We're talking about that. Tell me where these people fit in, that you're trying to make do right, that you're trying to make fit in your life. Energy is transformative. So even if you reach a level of wealth, of positivity, you're not to stay stuck there. You're to reach even higher and expand even further. Those fruits to be shared, that knowledge, that wisdom, that vibe. You feel me? So it's time to bring peace to your life. If something is not bringing you peace, even self, as you are in this moment, if you're not bringing peace and you're self-sabotaging, then it's not for self. It is not true. You are powerful. You are gifted. You have a purpose, a divine purpose. Caring connections. Self-explanatory. Some of y'all caught up in that, yeah, I know this ain't right for me, but, they always, it's how they kiss me, or, they told me I'm going to do a good job today. Y'all caught up in some stuff that is not overall fulfilling. You just glad you're not by yourself. Some of you are like, but I ain't by myself. But I can say I got somebody. I go work hard, but I ain't got no food cooked for me. But she, busted open without a complaint. I get disrespected, but it's just because it's their time of the month, or it's just because they worked hard all day. Y'all accepting some mess that is the opposite of love and care. Literally. It's time to join up with emotionally mature, emotionally intelligent, aware individuals. And how do you do that? You become that. And some, let's be honest, let's be real. Some are just going to transition from this life and be doing the same stuff they're doing right now. And hey, that's your free will. But if you're sick and tired of it, it's time for you to separate yourself from it. It's time for you to weed it out. It's time for you to get some wisdom and understanding. It's time to take all this time that you really just ain't doing nothing positive and invest in learning, wisdom. It's a lot out here to expand your consciousness and awareness on how to change your reality. But first, you need to understand that the only thing you're going to control is yourself and how you create. Things might not come in the package and in the person you thought it would. But when it does, it's going to vibrate where you at. So it's going to feel good. It's going to feel better than what you settled for. Because it's high vibrational. Okay? Let's get to the next deck. The way these fell. First card out. 9 of Cups in reverse. 9 of Cups is fulfillment. 9 of Cups is when you sit back and you look at what you brought into your life, what you've allowed, what you've created, your reality that you've created, that you sit in, the environment that you accept, is fulfillment, right? This is in reverse. So who y'all playing with except yourself? You're not happy. Y'all just trying to play la-da-da. I ain't by myself, though. They cool sometimes. That's my homie. Might not get better than this. I don't have the degree. I don't have the education, but I got the knowledge. I got the skill set. Ain't nobody gonna take me seriously. And guess what? They're not, because you don't even believe in yourself. So your wishes are not fulfilled. You're not where you want to be because you're settling. This card right here is 7 of Swords. Let me finish. Let me put these down. To the Chariot. To the 8 of Wands sideways. This is talking about just being happy to have somebody. Just being happy to not be alone. Ain't nothing positive. Ain't you not bearing nothing to grow you. But you content with it. You chilling in it. Because you just ain't by yourself. This is life. You know, that other stuff ain't for me. People be talking like it's something good out there. I ain't never seen nothing good, so ain't nothing good out. Y'all speaking all this stuff, and you're betraying yourself. And in the meantime, you know good and well that you are not matched up with the people, places, and things that are really for your life, really concerned and caring about you, that really want to see you at your best. You know they taken from you. You know they don't give a darn, and you still putting your time into it. You still just sitting back. It's a one-sided situation on both sides, and y'all just like, yep, this is what we do. This is what we do. And here you are, unfulfilled. If you really wanted what you wanted, why your life a roller coaster? Why aren't you taking the time to sit and connect and believe in yourself and enter into your power? If you really want what you want, you would do that without a doubt. You would invest in you. You would invest in your growth. If you really want what you know from Most High Self, you really want, you would put it in. It's time to move quickly. You got some divine message here. You got some guidance. You got a manual coming in. A manual, a guide. You got a tool coming in. Right? Information coming in. And it's time for you to take the steps. Because again, we're not in the time of, oh, we got time for that later. No, the time is now. The time is now. While the door is open, walk on through. Stop playing. While you are being called, while the access is there, it's there for all of us. We are in that season that everybody been waiting on. You know, some talk about putting on armor. Some talk about telekinesis, telepathy, medium, connecting with the other dimensions, seeing the map, the blueprint. That's this season. So all this trivial stuff, this poverty, this low vibrational stuff, there's a sifting going on and seething, like the scales, like, nah, that belong over there. Nope, okay, elevate that up there. Nope, nope, that goes over there. There is not going to be an intermixing and intermingling of, because I don't know if you've noticed, but like this group, this one-sided, this taking and using, this vampire draining energy, this chaos, all of that, it's entertaining itself. Like the likes of itself are entertaining it. And then you have this over here that doesn't resonate there anymore, and it is not giving time to it anymore. It is not even their reality anymore. And they are over here enjoying this amazing cornucopia through all of this chaos. They are still experiencing their wish fulfillment. They are experiencing positive interactions. You get what I'm saying? Understand the time. Are you gonna open up and receive this? There's a connection trying to be made with you to spark you up, to get you going. Are you going to answer the phone in the door? Okay. What's it gonna take? Self-love and walking away. Walking away from empty cups, empty people. Walking through that fear of, I'm not going to be able to have someone. I'm not this, I'm not. That's all low self-esteem, low self-worth. How are you going to say what you can't? And you're a whole powerful, energetic energy alchemist. You are a whole being full of energy and creator energy. You are creating. At this moment of dissatisfaction, you're creating dissatisfaction. You're recycling it. So it's time for you to figure out how to love on you, how to connect with Most High. Listen, self is sitting here and is like, I'm here. I'm ready. Tag me in. Let's go. Right? Ready. And you're so disconnected. You can't be mixing and matching all that low vibrational shit when you haven't even elevated yourself yet. Like, you can't do that. You haven't mastered this yet. You're not supposed to be giving your time to that, because it is now the season of that is for that. That negative chaos, lying, deceit, drama, disrespect, that has its purpose. It is for that. That's what it's supposed to be doing, and it's supposed to mingle with the likes of it. And high vibrational people, we have this amazing technology that anyone can have access to truth, to elevated self and living and concepts and ideas and knowledge and all of that. It's just a matter of choice. So they're attracting what is the like of them. Okay? Time to cut out one-sided shit. It's time to cut it out. It's time to get into this self-love, do some weeding and sifting yourself. And it's time to cut out anything and take action. It's time for you to be firm. It's time for you to be real. Like, nah, I ain't with that. That ain't me no more, you know. I need a break. You know, I'll holler at you later. You know, it's time for you to really start doing that. Like, you know what? Instead of worrying about if I take a break from you and if you're going to go find somebody else, I'm going to bless you and say, what's for me is for me. But I got to know me first. There is this practice. That is the Six of Cups. there's this practice, and I myself did it, and it is where you go, people say you can't go into the past, but when we're speaking dimensionally, and we're speaking non-linear, the past is happening presently. And some of us have practiced going back to the time that trauma happened, to younger self, youthful self, adult self, whatever shifted you to allow yourself to be victimized or to self-sabotage or to be so non-humanitarian and selfish that you are attracting filth. And I said filth. Now we are going back to that moment and those moments, and we're picking up that version of self. And we are giving that version of self the love and the attention, the affirmations that we needed, that wasn't received, the forgiveness, the kindness, even wisdom and education. Some people didn't invest in those things for themselves, and they are repeating patterns of self-destruction and ignorance. And it's time to go back and find that moment and that version of self, and to heal it, to hug it, to love it. When you're eating dinner, when you're watching TV, when you're scrolling, when you're working, and you remember that you left a piece of present self in the past to go heal and nurture that part of you that didn't get something. Or some of you are so rotten that no one disciplined you, and you miss the concept of collaboration. You miss the concept of free will for others, and you bind people to you, and you throw fits, or you have these thoughts, this shadow self, these thoughts, and you tell yourself by any means you're going to get what you want, even if it takes the freedoms and the rights and free will from someone else, which you really can't do. But you manipulate to try to do it. It's time to go back and give that younger self what you needed, that talking to, like, listen here, little one, this is not going to serve us. Or, listen here, you are as bright as the day. I love you. And it's time that you understand that things happen and they shaped us to this point of me here in the past and me in my present. And I cannot allow my life to continue from the mindset of a child or a person in a phase of not knowing. It's time for me to grow up. And I promise I will not let us down. I promise you we're worthy the whole time. It's time for this to happen. The cards are telling you, divine is telling you to go and heal that. That's going to balance your situation out, okay? Because temperance is here. That's a divine balancing. You're being divinely guided to make some changes and corrections in your path so that you can enjoy and you can understand how to create. You can understand about your frequency and vibration and love. And you can understand that shadow side is not to be dogged on. Your shadow serves a purpose in your life. Your shadow is necessary to bring you into self. These people that you may be removing yourself from, that you will be removing yourself from, these awakenings of who these folks are, don't judge them. Don't talk down on them. Don't call them a negative vampire. Don't call them drama and chaos. Don't call them a lie and a cheat. Don't do that. Because guess what? They serve their purpose. At one point in your life, you were sitting there with that. You was vibrating there. So don't judge it. Don't dog it. Don't put yourself in negative energy. Don't put yourself in a negative place trying to prove a point. That's somewhere that needs to be healed. Our shadow shows us our triggers too. So understand that they played their part. Do you know how hard it is? You know how hard it is to live low vibrationally. right? So there's no need to crush them. There's no need to speak negatively on them. They are already in a bad place. You hear me? Just understand the part that they played. That is an amazing offering to you. There's some karma here. And either both of you or the group of you, the lot of you were meant to wake up, or one or two of you through these experiences. But that was its purpose. No need to curse it. No need to put your loving, high vibrational, ascended self in the negative position of putting them down. That is a repeat of the old pattern. You haven't become greater than, you just are a greater you. That is just not reality anymore. Okay? Two outcomes. Things turning out very positive. Wish fulfillment is here. The star card is about wish fulfillment, just like the Nine of Cups, right? Or regret, sorrow, confusion, chaos, low self-esteem, low self-worth, depression, anxiety, financial difficulties, poverty. You have a choice. You have a choice. Some of you, there's this incubus entity of at the spiritual level, the energetic level, dimensional level. There are these entities that are very incubus, very it's about toxic sex. It's about sex that is vibrational, but it is binding. It is attached. It is hungry. It is like that vampire, right? Some of you are remaining with certain people because of that tie. Not understanding that you're being called into that caring connection in the energy oracle, and that self-love. You're being called into a connection and a sexual experience that is about two individuals without an agenda of binding or of attachment or control or anything low vibrational, coming together and creating a new energy, a new force, a new power, and expanding it out to create and build your reality and connection in a more harmonious way. Okay? It's all about perception, y'all. It's all about understanding and wisdom and knowledge. All of these things are afforded to you. You have to dig in. It's time for you to take a step back with self. Here we go. Earth magic, creation, invocation. It's time for you to really understand how to create, that you are a creator. It's time to understand what you've created in your life thus far, sowed in your life. And it's time to get focused. Karma, there's some karma, which means you're just reaping and sowing what you are, where you are, how you've lived and thought and expressed yourself as in this avatar and as an energetic being. It's time to really focus on those, on self, on you. And it's time to clear some things. It's time to have that ceremony of having that talking to and releasing the trauma from, wherever in your life things did or didn't happen to you or for you. Also understand, I was listening to Billy Carson in an interview, and he was speaking about a brain injury he had from an accident, and his physician, his neurosurgeon, did a scan on him, and he told him he had PTG. So you know how we all say, oh, I have PTSD, I have anxiety. Like, we take these entity energies on. They're low vibrational, they are binding, they are poverty, they are struggle. And he said he has PTG instead of PTSD. I will never say PTSD again in reference to my life experience ever again. I will use PTG, which is post-traumatic growth. His traumas, he transformed them. He met his shadow self. He understands shadow. He understands why it was shaped and it was a part of his life, who it was, what it meant for him, all of those things. A lot of us are going through that. So it's not just him individually. This is a collection, a collective of energetic beings here and going through this understanding and transforming that into growth, into wealth, into genuine love, into genuine and caring interactions. Activation. It's time to get it started. Self-care. Write a dream journal. Your dreams are connecting you to other dimensional beings, other dimensional messages through divine and most high self. You're getting some downloads through your dreams. If you wake up and remember it in the middle of the night, keep your journal nearby, jot it down, going on back to sleep, you know. If you wake up and remember it, write down. You will know what you're meant to journal. It will be, I can't even explain it. I won't get that deep into it, but, and then as you remember and go back to it, the pieces might not come together in that moment that you wrote it. But as time goes and downloads come and information streams in, you'll be like, oh my God, I get it. I get how I'm supposed to move next, or I get what that meant and what I need to do. Like, you're not out here on your own doing this. None of us are. Sex. It's time for you to take a step back. Remember, we don't own anyone. And if setting a boundary of, I need to do some inner healing, I need to do some balancing of self inside out. I need to focus on my diet. I need to focus on what I do in my quiet time. I need to focus on just being around positive information and people. So I'm going to have to let you go figure some stuff out while I figure some stuff out. If that means that person is going to go be with someone else, again, that's what it means. If your positive growth causes someone to say, oh, they're hypersexual. Oh, I'm going to go hit it. I got to go find another supply. Then what are you wasting your time for anyway? That is not a healthy foundation. That is not commitment. So it just revealed itself to you, and see it for what it is and honor it. Honor that's their freedom. Honor that's where they are in their path, and you are where you are in your path. Write a gratitude list. Don't have one? You better figure it out and continue to grow it. Don't just write a list and leave it. As you understand and affirm yourself, write your affirmations. Write that as gratitude. Self-awareness, coming into truth, write all of that. But get a list going to affirm you that you can reflect back on. Individuality, this is your numerology. Self-love, rebirth, spiritual career, financial discipline. Because it's going to take you a minute. You're going to have to either, if you're going to accept your poverty and struggle, cool. Maybe studying on financial literacy. What is financial literacy? How to manage money. Because some of y'all going to be stuck and don't want to get any higher. You don't want to vibrate any higher. You don't want to free yourself. So, in either position, in the meantime of you taking the time to elevate, to meet yourself, most high self, you're going to have to slow down. You're going to have to eat at home. You're going to have to stop buying liquor and drinking all the time. Like, some of these things are going to be sifted out of your life because it feels better, because it keeps you from being bound low. You feel me? You're not going to want to drink. You're not going to want to indulge. You know what I'm saying? Domestic harmony should be your focus. Leadership. You are a leader. You're so powerful. Y'all, it almost irks me, except I'm not going to entertain that energy, how powerful you are. And to let it waste in this time we're in is very much disappointing. Completion. Time out. So, clean slate. Are you ready to be royalty? Are you ready to be true self, God, self? That's what I have for you. You know I love y'all. I had to do this reading over. I could not reshuffle that. I could not. This needed to be said. I understood what was trying to stop it. You know, hope to see y'all on the other side. Which I mean positive, powerful, operating in purpose, authentic self. Okay? Peace.